Blessed good morning. It's indeed a new day. It's indeed a great day to be alive in the land of the living. I give God the praise, the honor, and the glory that is due unto his name. Because this is the day that he has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Yesterday, I heard it twice. I heard it during the morning about God manifesting himself. We are going to see the manifestation. Then I heard it again in the evening. The man of God said we are moving from promise to manifestation. It is time to move from the promise to the manifestation. And just like the walls of Jericho were tightly shut up to keep God's people out, the enemy used tactics to lock us out of what God has promised. A locked door represents opposition, denial, barriers, and it meant to discourage you. But something was declared, and I said it to myself: we will not be moved by locked doors. And why it resonated with me so much is because we are in the season of 5785 in a Hebrew year. And it's the season of the window. So though the doors may be locked, that was the old season because 5784 was the year of the open door. But we are in a new year, 5785, and it's the season of the window. And yesterday, a situation happened at home, and we could not get inside because whatever had happened. One was displeased, so one locked it out. Everything, we couldn't open it. It was impossible for any one of us to enter our exit. I sent someone else because I tried and I couldn't get in. When she went, she noticed that there was a window. I didn't see the window. All I saw was the door that was boarded up. And I can't get in. I didn't even went near it because I was so displeased. I was so discouraged of what was happening. So I didn't even went near it. But when she came and she went, and I will say something, it is so important for who you are connected to in this season. Because when you can't, you need someone that can push you through. Because all I did was saw the door and I was like, I can't go there. I'm not going to get in. But when she came, she tried the door. She said it can't happen. But she noticed there was a window. Oh, Rabbi Yundorobosata. Though it was also boarded up, she took that screwdriver and started removing the barriers. Sometimes we need to shift our position to access the promise. Yeah. And sometimes we need to know who can help us in this season. because not everyone can help us in this season. Your connection matters in this season. Your position matters in this season. Once she got the window open, she said, the things can come out now because the window is big enough. So when the young man came, he stood there, hesitated. I got a bit impatient. I said, why don't you just go through and get the things if you can't? He said he know how to, but he's just trying to wrap his head around it. Sometimes it takes patience. I didn't have patience in that moment because I wanted him to get his things. So I didn't have patience there. I stood there for a moment. I took a walk from where I was and I went around. Went all the way around. And I saw him pulling the things out by force. Oh, Rabbi Yondorobo Satan. He pulled those things out, and everything that he needed out of that thing, he got out of there through the window. You see, this is the season to access the window of God and take back what belongs to us. You know, just like the Israelites at Jericho where the walls fell, they went in and took the city by force. Matthew 11:12 says to us, and from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. Malachi 3:10 says, I will open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing. 2 Kings 13:17 says, open the window and shoot the arrow of the Lord's deliverance. There are windows of access that God has opened for us. You may be waiting at a locked door, but it's time to change your position. The enemy may try to board you up. The enemy may try to block your access, but access is granted, but through a different position. Your faith and your action is needed to remove every barrier, to remove every obstacle, to take hold of what belongs to you. Don't wait for permission. This is the time to access your breakthrough. Because one thing I said to her, I was like, kick down the door. And she was like, she didn't know what my dad may see. I said, if he tells you anything, I will deal with it. I will take the blame. That is what I told her. But she was persistent enough, even though she could not get the door open, because I was calling my dad to tell him that we are going to kick down the door. But don't wait for permission in this season, because this is the time to access your breakthrough and take it by force. Take what the enemy has taken from us today in the mighty name of Jesus. She found a window and she got access through the window. He says, I will open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing. The violent take it by force. You are the violent today. Go in and grab the spoils. Go in and take by force. Go in the land and take by force what belongs to you. It is important to know who you are connected to, because when your faith drop, you need someone. You need someone to help you through. And when I heard the man of God speaking, it just hit me, because it was just like, oh man, I often take things in the natural, in the spirit, because I'm always seeing. So when I heard it last night, I'm not moved by the locked door. Even though I did not go to the door, my connection with my sister, she saw the window. I didn't see the window, because all I saw was the door locked up. And I started it to wonder. What just came to me is, the fact that when Peter went out, he started it to sink after he lose his focus. I didn't went to the door. I just saw from a far off, a distance, that there's no way through. Our faith gotta be so strong in this season. And what seems impossible, God will do it. Because as we touch Him with our faith, we will see the manifestation of what was impossible shall be possible, and what was invisible shall be visible. Faith is the works. Faith without works is dead today. Our faith is our weapon today in this season. We don't need to ask for permission, because our faith will speak. We need to take action. We need to take by force everything that belongs to us, everything that the enemy has stolen from us. Though the door has been locked, this was an old season that all things have gone, but there's a new window that has been opened for us. Will we access it through the window? We cannot go through the same door that we have gone through, because there's a window open for us. There's a window open for us. So we cannot be upset because the door has been locked. The door has been locked because it is an old season. The door has been locked because we are no longer at the door. 5784 was the year of the open door, but we are no longer at the door. We are at the season of the window. 5785, the Hebrew year.